Now, to end this video, I want to discuss the fact that overcoming your fears and anxiety, this is a gradual process. It happens slowly and incrementally. It's not something that you're going to do once, try to overcome it once, and it happens, okay? This is going to be an experience that can take a while. It could take months, maybe years. But the key thing here is to take action, okay? As I said previously, you want to place yourself in situations that are uncomfortable because they're surrounding the source of your fear, and discover the truth such that the truth liberates you and creates a new thought pattern that reframes your old irrational fear into something that's more connected to reality and allows you to overcome that fear. So what I want to do is give you strategies for actually getting engaged in that process and sticking with it in the long run. And if you jump into any situation, regardless of whether it's you trying to overcome your fear or something else, and you expect to get instant results, that's going to jeopardize the likelihood of you sticking with it and getting to outcomes that give you positive results, that give you the results you're looking for. So what I'm going to say is start slow, okay? The analogy I like to use here is that let's say you have the task of walking along the ledge of a building that's very high and you have a fear of heights, okay? If somebody comes to you and says, okay, I want you to start at this edge here and get to that edge there without any hesitation, go. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to freak out because you have that source of fear inside your head. You fear heights, you don't want to do it, and having to take 500 steps to get to the edge of that building is too much. So in order to actually make progress, what you need to do is you have to say, okay, I want to get to the end of that building, and when I get to that end of the building, that's analogous to me overcoming my fears. But in order to do that, I have to take this step, then that step, and then that step. So you say, okay, when I walk along that building, I'm going to put 1 foot here, then 1 foot there, then 1 foot there, and then 1 foot there. And when you selectively focus on the immediate goal as opposed to the long-term goal, what's going to happen is it's going to be easier to first take action and actually accomplish whatever goal that is, regardless of how small or large it is. So what you want to do is, if you're facing that situation, you want to say, okay, what's the first action I can do? The little thing I can do to overcome this fear. I'm going to take that first step. Bam, you do it, you overcome it. And you realize that you can do this. And you say, okay, I did that. What else can I do? Then you take the second step. You overcome that. Okay, what else can I do? You take the third step, and then so on and so forth, okay? And when you do this, it's like laying out your long-term goals with small, segmented, short-term goals, and that slowly gets your brain acclimated to getting used to this situation that gives you fear or anxiety, and you become acclimated to taking action, making stuff happen, and furthermore, you believe that it's possible because you did this small step, so you can do that other small step. And the cumulative effect of all those steps gets you to the end, right? If we go back to the example, the analogy we're using of walking along the building when you have a fear of heights, starting at point A and getting to point B at the other end of the building, if you take one step here, then the next step, then the next step, then the next step, each step will not get you to your goal, but the cumulative effect of all that will get you to the end of the building where you want to go. So regardless of what you're doing, regardless of what fear you're trying to do, take short-term goals. Jump in there. Get it done. Get that short-term goal done, regardless of whether it's super, super small. Just get yourself in there, get results, reacclimate your mind, and get stuff happen. I don't care what it is, okay? If you fear getting started on a project because you fear of failing, you fear that you're going to fail, that you're going to disappoint your parents, that you're going to disappoint whoever, clear your mind. Take a deep breath. Realize that this is connected to your purpose, okay? If you forged your purpose along this, and this is an action you need to take to realize your purpose and goals, realize that this is something you want to do. Focus on that, and then push yourself to do it. push yourself to do that uncomfortable thing, and you're going to realize that you can do it. You can start taking action. That's a short-term goal. Then you're going to realize you took that action. Maybe you're going to enjoy it because it's connected to your goals, and you're going to forget that you're even trying to be successful in that situation. Okay, so do that, then move on to the next step. Maybe the next step is, okay, I started it. What's my next goal? Maybe I'm going to start getting results in the project. Get this one result. Then I get that done. I enjoy it. Then I'm going to move on to the next thing. And slowly build yourself up. Slowly acclimate yourself to it, okay? The key here is a gradual process. A gradual readjustment of your mind to become comfortable with these situations, okay? If you want to be a really great athlete, push yourself to first do it. I don't care if you suck, if you're terrible. Just get in there, okay? You might fear what people think of you. You might fear the outcome. You might fear that you're going to lose your game. But just jump in, do it. Do it for fun. Don't worry about these things. Focus on the short-term goal. Get that done. Realize that you can do that, and instill the fact that it's the idea that it's possible to overcome these things in your mind and continue to take action, okay? So in this video, what did we discover? We discovered that fear in and of itself is not a bad thing. If we look at it from an evolutionary standpoint, it's something that works with you and tries to increase your rate of survival. And from an evolutionary standpoint, it's good when it's founded on logical things, such as encountering a grizzly bear in nature and realizing that it could potentially kill you, and fearing it for that reason. And when you fear irrational things, this creates a fight or flight response, and that increases your survival rate. However, we discovered that in modern society, a lot of the fears we have are irrational. They're based on beliefs and thoughts that don't make logical sense. For example, I once feared spiders, but they aren't a threat. They can't hurt me. There's no logical reason why I should fear them in the first place, because they fear us more than we fear them. Okay? So we learned that fear grows out of some irrationality that doesn't have much logic to it, and it's usually founded upon some traumatic experience that allowed you to believe in that irrational thought. And for that reason, we talked about the source of overcoming it. In order to overcome a fear, you have to understand that and go to the source of that fear, why it's so irrational to it and why you believe that. And by placing yourself in the source of the fear, you reacclimate your mind to the truth, and the truth liberates you. So the key here is put yourself in situations that are uncomfortable because of your fear, learn the truth, and allow that truth to liberate you. And if it's hard for you to take action, realize that overcoming a fear and reaching the success that you want to get is something that is a gradual process. You're not going to try it once and then, bam, it's going to happen. You're going to get results. No, you're going to have to, be in it in the long run. And for that reason, you should focus on short-term goals. Instead of focusing on the end goal, focus on what you can do in the here and the now. Small steps, right? Take one step, then take the other step, then the other step. And the cumulative effect of all those steps will allow you to get to the long-term goal that you really want, which is overcoming the fear and anxiety that you have. Okay, so I hope these strategies have helped you. They've helped me overcome a lot of fears. They've helped a lot of my friends, people I've worked with. If you follow it, you buy into it, and you implement that into your life, I'm sure it's going to change your perspective on any fear or anxiety you have. And once you overcome your fear and anxiety, this is going to lower your mental entropy, as I talked about in my previous video on momentum and flow states. And when your mind is more ordered, when the mental entropy decreases, your mental resources and energy is going to be available to you, such that you can take your attention, project it into the present moment, and get things done. So get out there, encounter situations that make you uncomfortable, reacclimate your mind to the truth, and realize that for the most part, your fear and anxiety in this day and age, it's based on an irrational belief, and you can overcome that. You can be the person you want to be. So believe in that, take action, and you will manifest your wildest dreams. right here in front of your eyes.